Hi there, my name is Jolene. Welcome to another video. Today we are going to do something a little bit more experiential. So on this channel, I like to explore what wellness looks like inside and outside of the counseling room. And today we're going to explore what it's like to be inside of a sensory deprivation tank. I first learned about this practice from the show Stranger Things, in which the main character Elle gets submerged in salt water to harness her full powers. So basically what it entails is you go into this dark tank with warm water and a whole lot of salt so that you are completely buoyant without trying. And this practice takes away all your senses because it's dark, so you can't see. You're not smelling or tasting anything, and you can't feel anything because you're just effortlessly floating in warm water. And you can't really hear anything either because you're inside a tank. So it's not really for the claustrophobic. Sometimes this practice freaks people out because it takes away all the distractions of the world and you're just left with you and your mind. And you're just this like floating consciousness. But other times people find it super relaxing. They even go to sleep during it. And some people may find it more meditative activity where they can go to this place without any kind of distractions to kind of reflect on something in their life. Usually they're about an hour session. Sometimes they're a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more. But that is how long I'm going to go in for today. And really curious. It's my first time ever. So yeah, let's get to it. I'll see you there. Okay, so I couldn't get an appointment until 8:30. Super late, but at least I got one.
Super simple. Once we're done, close the door, lock it. It's your own personal space. Just a quick thing about the pod, super easy to open and close it. It's all hydraulic, so whether you want to leave it open or closed, it's up to you. Those two white buttons there, the one closest to us does nothing, but the one farthest from us, that's your light, so you'll press it once, the lights go off. Press it again, they'll turn back on. And if you need anything, press that silver one, it goes straight to the front desk. Ask any question you like. And then going over here. A lot of people like to bring this small towel and the spray bottle in there just in case you want to wipe your eyes. Earplugs, some people like those, and Vaseline in case you have any cuts. And then this halo, just put it on the back of your head. Super easy. And then we do ask you that you just rinse off before, and then once you're done, rinse off after to get rid of the salt.
So I'm about to get in there and turn off the light. I will see you after the soak. Bye. Well, that was interesting. Your head is being cut off.
That's okay.
What was your experience like in the tank?
It was like I was floating in water.
And?
It was like I was in water and I was floating.
And?
And so I was just laying there and I was floating.
That's it?
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
Were you relaxed?
I didn't sink. And I was just floating.
So I totally understand why people freak out during their time in the tank because, well, they said this was the most relaxing pose, but it just reminded me of mummies and then being dead in a coffin. And then I started feeling like really claustrophobic, and I don't know, it's like a tank, so it's hard to breathe in there, but like thinking of me being in a coffin made me even like hard. It made it harder to breathe, and I was kind of, for a second, I was freaking out. I was like thinking about my death and everything. And then the way the way my hair floated in the water, it made it feel so flimsy, and it was like, oh, it was as if I was dead, and my hair was, I don't know, it was kind of weird to describe and to feel. And then I wanted to play around in there, so I decided to flop over on my stomach. And it was cool. It helped me stretch out my spine. But in the process, I got water somehow in my mouth, and then it got in my nose. And it was like such excruciating pain.
Yeah, I thought about turning on my side, and then I felt the gooiness, and like, no, I'm not gonna get that on me. It's interesting that you said all that, because I didn't think of that one time.
Really?
And I thought nothing of what you just said.
I was like, how many different ways can I play with this? And so after that pain in my nose, I had to go take a shower and like kind of try to get it out. It's really gross, but like it stung so bad. And
Did
then
you watch that video, pre-video?
but I wanted to play.
Oh.
And then after that, I just stayed on my back. Yeah, what else?
I meant I didn't think of the death part. Not one time was it claustrophobic. Wasn't any of that. Never thought any of that.
Really?
Not one thought.
Did you do this?
Yeah.
Yeah,
did
you
them all.
never thought about that?
No, I was thinking about being in a comfortable position. That was pretty comfortable. Yeah, either that one or I just put my hands on my belly. And that was probably the more comfortable ones. And the problem is I forgot to did you use that head thing
Yeah.
to rest your head in? Well, I didn't get that.
I actually
And
didn't
I'm
like that.
I'm like, well, it made my neck sore.
Yeah.
So I felt my neck being crampy, and my lower back, which I thought was going to happen. And it did.
Oh, yeah, that was interesting. Because, like, I didn't know if you would feel that, but I felt like super, super sore neck. And I was like, is this just from doing jitsu? And I felt like all my injuries from jitsu to like my soreness and stuff. And I was like purposely trying to get those body parts in the water for it to like heal it, for the salt to heal it. So I don't know, I feel much more relaxed. So maybe it did something. After the nose pain, I was just like, I'm not going on my stomach anymore. And after that, it was just more calm. I kept the lights on for like a minute because I was scared of thinking of myself in the coffin again. And then I turned the lights off and it was much more relaxing. I think the body position matters so much because this freaked me out, but like having it like a starfish like this, all my limbs out.
You probably fit in that tank a lot better. Because like I was touching the sides when I tried that.
I kept thinking about you. I was like,
I thought at first when I was first getting settled, I thought I was gonna be hitting the back and sides, or the front and the back. But once you're relaxed, whatever the pressure inside there, put my body in the middle, so I didn't touch the sides, and I didn't float to the sides or hit the sides, which I don't know, there's some kind of pressure in there that makes you do it or something. I don't know.
yeah. I kept thinking this tank is too small for you. But I felt lucky I could starfish it. And after that, with an open like palm kind of feel, it was like I'm much more accepting and receiving of whatever I was thinking and feeling inside. So yeah, that's good for future reference. Yeah. But after that, I was like super chill. I was like almost getting tired, sleepy, about to like fall asleep. But then I'm like, I should use this time to kind of reflect a little bit. So I started thinking about what I like to do in my life and what I like to achieve. I chose to have no music at all. That's why it made it extra freaky. Maybe that's why you didn't think anything of like death or whatever, because you had music on.
No, when I was thinking of things that I wanted to do, if I did it again, is going to be, I'm going to do maybe 10 minutes of music and then silence. Because when the music would go off and it was silent, it was better. And the music I thought was too loud. but the speaker was kind of in my ear, and then when I was ending, I'm like, oh, I should have put my head on the other side.
But yeah,
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But I'm just
what kind of music did you listen to?
whatever they were playing. Then it was on repeat, so I didn't like that either because it was the same song 5 times, I think.
Wait, like with words or like
No.
tranquil kind of?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was the same song. It was just on repeat. Like,
Oh.
you don't want to hear the same pattern over and over, and it stops. I didn't think that was a good idea.
Well, I like the fact that I didn't have music so I could think. So that was cool. Yeah. Overall, that was a really relaxing experience. Very interesting one. I went through a roller coaster of like frantic pain, relaxing, acceptance, and then excitement for what I want to do in life. That's it.
We got her done.
Yep. Well, see you next time. Don't burp like that.
What?
We'll see you next time.
Oh, bye-bye.
I just wanted to share a few more things. First, I can see how it can relieve physical symptoms of anxiety and depression because it makes you hyper aware of all the sensations going on in your body, which can represent trapped emotions, and then relieve them through the warm salt water, which also, for those who love skincare, can make your skin more shiny and smooth. A couple extra tips I wanted to go over is to wear earplugs and make sure they are nice and snug in your ears. Even though I wore them, water still got in because you're in the water for a long time, so just make sure that it's a secure fit. And second, play around with the positions that work best for you. As you can see, my partner and I had very different reactions to our experiences inside the tanks. For me, I didn't like the mummy position, and I much prefer either having one hand on my heart and one hand on my stomach as if I'm holding myself, or even better, the starfish position where I just lay out all my limbs in a very open manner. I can understand now why people say they need more than one session to feel the benefits, because I was still figuring out what position worked best for me, and it wasn't until the very end when I got to really enjoy a quiet, peaceful place for reflection. I felt like if I was in there for a little bit longer, I could have the opportunity to find more mental clarity. But there are many different paths to wellness, to finding more clarity. It doesn't have to be inside of a tank. You know, people find it just as well going on a walk or journaling at home. So really just try out different things and choose the ones that work best for you. Lastly, it can be kind of expensive going into one of these tanks. I think it's cool to try out, but maybe not sustainable for some people because it might be out of budget. 1 hour inside the tank can cost around $50 or more. If you want a more budget-friendly option and have a bathtub at home, you can just get some Epsom salt and add it to your bath. In the sensory deprivation tank, they use 1,000 pounds of Epsom salt in like 10 inches of water, but doesn't have to be anywhere near that much to feel the benefits of salt water. So in conclusion, there are so many paths to wellness, and really it's about being intentional in setting aside time just to care for you, your body, and your mind. And I wish you well in that journey. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and please subscribe for more mental health and wellness content. I'll see you next time. Bye.